Hi everybody, Dell here. Finally going to get this video made that I've been promising, showing the Rseat N1 and the next level motion sim. I'd like to firstly start off by saying thanks very much to Rseat for supplying the brackets and doing things really quickly for me. So what I mean by that is when I first got the Rseat, everything went together perfectly. It's an amazing system. It's so beautifully made, and the finish and the quality of workmanship on this is incredible. But then I decided I wanted to get into some motion sim, and I looked at a number of options, and some of them were offensively expensive. But the next level platform was somewhat affordable, and it is a seat mover. It doesn't move the whole rig, and some people say you need something to move everything, but that's personal choice. I've found that the seat mover works really well, and the level of immersion it adds is fantastic. And the next level, the support that I've received and the quality of the product is incredible. I couldn't speak highly enough about it. So let's have a look at how I fitted this up to the N1. As you can see, it's a couple of brackets. So these brackets here bolt directly to the next level simulator. Now, when I originally had the Rseat, I couldn't get it to fit up. So I sent Rseat an email, and literally within a week, I had 2 new brackets sent out to me, and I couldn't believe how quick it came and how well they did it. So this bracket here in behind, which I have the mounting system for the gear stick and handbrake platform when it's actually on, which sits out here, bolts onto. But if to have a look at the actual platform in its entirety, let's have a look around here. These brackets. This is what the brackets are. Pretty simple. Just a basic bracket with the holes and these flat screws in place so that if you do mount your gear stick unit up to this, it doesn't impede. I have my gear stick on the left hand side, being when I'm used to driving in Australia. Other people have it on the right hand side. That's, it's up to you guys. But as you can see, these brackets bolt directly to the runners and then directly to the motion sim. Okay, now the other thing that I did was I actually changed these side plates that bolt directly to the seat. So as you can see, I have these Sparco ones here. Now the reason why I changed these from the original Rseat was the Rseat ones didn't have enough tilt back to make me feel comfortable. I was feeling like I was sitting a little bit flatter. So I got in touch with a company, local company in Australia called Rseat at racedeal.com.au. Very helpful, very friendly people. And they had these Sparco brackets that they use for the different Sparco seats for go-karting and racing. So I purchased one of these, or a set of these, sorry. They were very reasonably priced, and they bolted straight on. But as you can see, I have a number of levels of adjustment, and this gave me enough to tilt the seat back so that when under braking, when the system actually pushes you forward, I didn't feel like I was getting thrown off the rig. So that worked really well. Now the only other issue is if you do go for this configuration is the motion platform does raise the seat around 70 mil, and it's a fairly substantial amount. But fortunately, again, Rseat is an amazing system with plenty of adjustment, and what it allowed me to do was make a number of adjustments here in the steering platform to get to a reasonable height, and then with the Fanatic came this angle bracket which I actually put in place, and that got it to exactly the right position that I wanted. The other thing again is because you raised up 70 mil, then your paddles need to be adjusted. But again, Rseat supplied 2 sets of side mounting brackets. This is the higher one. It does come with one which is the bolts are lower. So I replaced these out and put the higher ones in, and everything basically came up to the right distance for me and is now extremely comfortable and works extremely well. Everything fitted up really easily. The motion platform is super simple to use. It basically just bolts on, you load the software, The software goes in immediately, it gets recognized, it's one USB connection, it has a built-in power supply, so it's just 240 volt here or 220 volt depending on where you live. It's surprisingly quiet. I did expect it to be a lot more noisier, but it is surprisingly quiet. And the level of motion that you can dial up or dial down is quite extreme. You can actually get this thing to literally split you in half if you're not careful. So what I'm going to do is I'll continue with another video, and I'll show you the motion and the software and how simple it is. This is it's worked really well for me. I'm really happy with it. The level of immersion is fantastic, and I just think that, you know, some people would prefer the full motion of the full platform moving. I just find that the seat mover works really well for me, with the, you know, the nice force feedback and rumble and everything I get through the steering wheel and the motion through the seat. It's definitely added a big level of fun to the sim racing. Okay, I'll be back later with a look at the actual thing in motion and have a look at the software as well. Thanks.